Hey Connor, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us. We got an interesting conversation today. But before we get into that and I tee it up, how are things for you guys? You well?
Doing wonderful. Thank you, Trevor. Always great to be here with you.
You're too kind. Now, we know Topline and you guys from conversations that we've had about revenue management consultancy and all the value that you bring to your clients, but you've been working on a technology solution that you've been kind enough to share on and off over the time while you've been developing it, but we're kind of at a phase where you want to bring it to the general attention, let's say. So
Yeah.
tell us all about it. What is it called? What is it? Why did you feel it was necessary
Yeah.
to develop this?
Yeah, appreciate it. So the application itself is called Fenced. It's called
Fenced.
Fenced because we're dealing with fenced rates or rates that
Okay.
you have to have some sort of qualifier in order to get that rate at a hotel, right?
All right.
Maybe if it's a Boeing company employee, you have to work for Boeing and show an ID in order to get that rate, right?
Got you.
Something like that. So those are obviously commonly called fenced. Fenced is it's many things. It started as a corporate rate shopping application. Okay. And that's kind of a newer concept for an application, but it's not a new concept in the industry.
No.
The idea is really simple. A hotel, when we're competing for national accounts or even local accounts, we're going through an RFP process, right? The sales team goes through this RFP process. We're bidding against other hotels in our market to try to get that account. All
Hmm.
right. So if it's Microsoft, for instance, if Microsoft does a lot of business here in my market, I'm going to compete against the Hampton and the Fairfield and the Spring Hill and all those different properties for that account. And I
Got you.
want as much of that, we call it share shifting to our hotel as
Okay.
possible.
Yep.
Now, it's super helpful if you know what rate Microsoft has at those competing hotels, right?
That makes sense.
And
Yep.
that's a piece of information that we can get. We can do that market intelligence in a painstaking way, but it's so tedious and manual that it just isn't getting done. So
Okay.
we're not doing that portion the way we should, right? And
But
so we
people are doing it
Mhm.
from what you're saying.
Yeah, there's many ways to do it. You could pick up the phone, you could call that hotel and say, "Hi, with Microsoft. What's my rate next Thursday?" Right?
Okay.
And then you're at the mercy of a front desk agent being able to actually quote you the Microsoft rate and doing all this stuff, right?
Yep.
That's the way it's kind of been done for a long time,
Okay.
right? Other ways you can do it, you can go get like a cluster code or a client ID from a revenue manager within your organization, punch it into the website, and then do that sleuthing yourself, right?
Okay.
Online.
So
Um,
historically, it's a manual task, needs some proactivity, needs somebody to be going out there and
yeah,
pretending that they are someone
exactly.
to get the rates. Got you.
In all of the current forms of collecting that rate intelligence, there are big issues. The
Yep.
manual tedious nature of it, the inaccuracy of it, the timing of it, it's all been done poorly. So we have created the ability to shop almost instantaneously within 30 to 60 seconds
Perfect.
your branded competitors and get accurate and timely data within just a few clicks. So that's where it started.
Yep.
And so that's the main crux of the application. And from there, as I'll show you, we've branched out into much, much more using some of the current technologies available to us with AI and ZoomInfo and pulling in different resources to make it a truly effective tool for a director of sales who is trying to get more negotiated BT accounts in their hotel.
Cool. Sounds good.
All
Best way
right,
to see these things is to see it in action. So why don't we
do
do a
it.
bit of screen sharing? You fire up what you need to do.
We've got some hotels queued up here that are not actual hotels.
Perfect. So this
They
is
are.
so
Okay.
just so if I'd signed up, and we'll talk about how people go about getting engaged with this.
Mhm.
This is like my dashboard, my front screen I arrive on. Is that
You're going to land right here in the AI portion. I'm going to
okay?
skip through that to show you the rate shopping bit, and then we'll
Yep.
come back to the AI
Perfect. Okay.
portion.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's called quick shop. This is
This
quick
is
shop.
called
Yeah.
the quick shop. Yes, sir. So the idea of the quick shop is again, be able to shop your Marriott, Hilton, IHG competitors, and we're adding other brands as we go.
Hmm.
Those are the three that fight the most for this at the moment. So that's where we started. But be able to shop those competitors for their corporate rates. So both CNR and LNR rates,
Hmm.
anything within their system, you can shop it. Okay.
And those acronyms, they're familiar to everybody in this space, are they?
Great question. So CNR is corporate negotiated rate, or it's negotiated at a national level. LNR is local negotiated rate. So usually it's a smaller account, or it could be a large account, but it's specific to your region. And so you're negotiating directly with the company as opposed to going through the, chain-wide channels in the organization, the master brand.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
So yeah, some of the other acronyms: BT, business transient, negotiated accounts. We use a lot of these synonymously. So.
Got you. Okay, cool.
All right, so let me show you how you run a quick shop. This is really simple. So the idea is come in here. If let's say
this would
Microsoft.
be me as a director of sales or.
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
So director of sales, say we're targeting the Microsoft account, and I want to know what my market, what rates Microsoft has within my market already.
Yep.
Just come in here, hit quick shop rate request, select your hotel. We'll do this one. Select your competitor or all of the competitors at the same time.
Okay.
Search for the company name.
You set that competitor set up for those that you're up against most of the time. Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah, we'll predefine who your competitors are, and we can adjust those and stuff as needed. Okay. Easy to do. So search for the company name and then select up to 6 dates. 6 dates is sufficient to get the information that we're looking for, and it's not too much that the shop will take, a long time, right?
Okay. Yep.
From there, you just select those dates, hit run shop. And then what's happening now, refresh real quick. Yeah, go shopping. I actually was already running this, so you'll see that these rates are shopping asynchronously or in tandem.
Yep.
And within about 30 to 60 seconds, we'll get the results back. I just decided to run this exact shop right before the call, so we would have some results and wouldn't have to wait the 30 seconds.
So as the old thing, this is one I made earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, let's go through a couple of these ones. So in some situations, there won't be a Microsoft rate set up. So at this hotel, there is no Microsoft rate.
Okay.
So let me just go to the next one and I'll show you the results here. Okay, so at this hotel, obviously a fake name. These are the results of the shop. So you see the shop date that we selected. You'll see the bar rate, which is best available rate, and then you'll see the corporate rate here.
Okay.
The discount percentage off of bar, and then the room type.
Gotcha.
All of this is summarized at the top. These are kind of the 3 main pieces of information that we're looking to get out of a shop. Gotcha. And so a couple things to note here as far as user confidence that this is truly the bar rate. You can hover over the information icon and you'll see the rate notes that are pegged to that rate that we captured. Okay. So in this case, you can see this is truly a bar rate. It's not an advanced purchase rate or member rate or anything like that. That's important because all of our corporate rates, if they're dynamic, float off of bar. Gotcha. Not off of the advanced purchase rate or any of those other ones.
That makes sense.
And then over on the right-hand side here, under corporate rate, same thing. Hover over the information icon and you'll see the rate notes. Again, user confidence, you'll see this is truly the Microsoft rate. This isn't the AAA rate or the government rate or anything like that. And then I'll also note that within these rate notes, specifically if it's an LNR account, like more locally negotiated one, we get a lot of really good information in these notes. Sometimes they'll put distance to the headquarters, they'll put free breakfast or free parking included, all kinds of different things that are specific, trying to get more of that business from those accounts.
So pretty good if you're looking at, okay, what do we need to offer, not just on price, but there may be something else we could do to secure the business.
Exactly. Any other levers that you can pull to negotiate and really get that account to come your way. And then the discount percentage, right? So obviously we see all 4 dates that we shopped here. There was a 15% discount. All that's summarized at the top. This is a dynamic 15% discount, right? Okay. Pretty straightforward. This is a CNR account. So this is a chain-wide national account. This is not a local account. That's an important piece of information. And then the availability. So we'll either designate this as last room availability or non-last room availability. Again, all of those are negotiating bits of information, right?
Okay, very cool.
So
that was pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Again, it takes just 30 to 60 seconds to get all that information, and then you can move within your competitors to find any other dates or any other rates. So this competitor,
I guess you'll have a competitor set, but there may be 1 or 2 that you find you butt up heads against more often than others, and you can kind of get a flavor as to why that might be the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So That's its simplest forms, or in its simplest form. That's how this functions. We think it's a super valuable piece of information for directors of sales, and it's been that piece of information that we've all been requesting for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, to just have it there, to go in, put the details in, and bang, as you say, within 60 seconds, within a minute, to have it there in front of you, rather than that laborious getting it.
Yeah,
Either you got to make the phone calls yourself, or you got to get somebody to do it for you, which you know is never going to happen because they
it
won't take
just
the
doesn't
time
happen.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't happen. If anything, we're making it too easy to get this rate intelligence to the point where they say, I don't even need to do it. It's not hard earned,
Yep.
so it's not prized
I've
the
got
way
you.
that it
Yeah, it's
should
like
be.
not valued in the way that
It's
maybe it
not
should be.
valued in the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
that it is.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
So,
Okay.
but it's that simple. Again, stressing that we can shop if it's in Marriott, Hilton, or IHG systems, it can be shopped. Okay.
Got you.
In some cases, your competitor hotel, you'll see zero rates come back because they don't have a Microsoft rate set up. That is a valuable piece of information as well. It means
Absolutely.
you're not competing with them for that business.
Yeah. No,
Right?
that makes a lot of
So
sense. Okay, so that's the quick shop, as you say.
that's the quick
That
shop.
was kind of the starting. If I understood correctly, when you were outlining, that was kind of the starting
Mhm.
point of where this first was envisaged and developed. But then it's moved on from that aspect. Yeah.
It has. Yep. So there are really four parts to the sales cycle as we've
Mhm.
defined it for hotels.
Mhm.
Um, we've addressed the third part with the quick shop, which is the rate intelligence, but it really starts back at discovery.
Okay.
And so the first part is me as a director of sales, I need to find out which accounts are even producing in my market.
Mhm.
Once I can figure that out, then I can move on to prospecting
Yep.
and starting the conversation with those accounts. Next is the rate intelligence because we're moving towards the RFP process,
Yep.
and then we're about to get them to sign a bid. And then the fourth piece of that is also is going to be put them into a sales funnel and nurture that lead and continue to get repeat business.
Gotcha.
So now what we've done is we said, hey, we could create the first two parts of this using AI and using some of the other tools that we have at our disposal.
So the
And so what we
first two
did,
being that discovery phase and that
mhm,
prospecting phase.
and
Yeah.
prospecting,
Okay.
exactly. And so what we did is we built Fenced AI. Okay.
Okay.
So Fenced AI, as you would expect, is an agentic AI, which is designed to be an expert assistant for a director of sales
Mhm.
targeting BT accounts. Okay.
Okay.
So its sole focus is find and help me get information on accounts. And then I'll show you here in a second how we then get contacts and start that process.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
We've pre-baked in some basic functions that many users are going to want to use. Okay.
Mhm.
The first is identify top 10 corporate accounts. All right. So what this does, if I were to click this, and I'm not going to do it because it'll take 60 seconds. Actually, maybe I will. I'll just go ahead and hit this. So what this is going to do is it's going to run a AI-based market research analysis on my area
Okay.
in and around my hotel to identify who the likely top producing accounts are,
Gotcha.
right?
Yep.
Who are most likely going to be bringing room nights to the area. And then I can start my target prospecting off of that. Okay.
Gotcha.
One thing to stress, this is not collect actualized data. That's
Okay.
important because there are a couple applications in the industry that do that.
Mhm.
Um, at the point of collecting actualized data, that information needs to be aggregated and masked for
Yep.
SEC purposes.
Yep.
Um, and there is one valuable metric, I think, in that, which is, hey, this is exactly how many room nights produced in the last three months.
Mhm.
Um, but that's about the only important piece of information which we are not collecting at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We can still tell you with a high level of certainty who the top producing accounts are. I just can't put a number on it.
Gotcha.
I can't say it was 500 room nights versus 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
And it's intentional that we didn't do that because number one, the legwork to build out that application will take many, many years and a lot of money.
Mhm.
Number two, I don't think it moves the needle.
Right.
I really don't. I think if I can put in front of you who the top producing accounts are, you're going to be able to start the prospecting work and start share shifting, whether
Exactly.
that's 600 room nights last month or 500 room nights
I
last
mean,
month.
part of you is just trying to understand who are the 10 biggest accounts in your area. I mean, in theory, I guess you would hope that you would know that. So this is a great way
Mhm.
of saying, okay, oh, yeah, didn't realize they were such a big account, didn't have those on my list, or, yep, okay, that's validated it.
Yeah.
But what extra information am I drawing from here?
Yep, exactly it. And then again, if you have to get that production data, you have to mask it and water it down. So I think it's extremely ineffective. Just in the way that when we run a quick shop, we can target a specific competitor to find that rate
Yep.
because we're not collecting that data. So too, in this way, we can start targeting more specifically.
Got you. Okay, so
All
talk
right,
us
so
through
the
what we're seeing
results,
here. Yeah.
yeah, so the results have come back. So it's done a market analysis on my area. This is my local town here in Pocatello, which is a tertiary market.
Hmm.
And it's bringing back the likely top competitor or top accounts, excuse me.
Okay.
And I can tell you, based on knowing my area very well, these are definitely the top producing accounts, right?
Yep.
They have a headquarters here, the Idaho Central Credit Union, LA Semiconductor, all this good information. This is the big university in town.
Hmm.
Okay. With each of these accounts, we create a card. Within that card, we'll see a few different pieces of information that are standard. The size of the company, how many employees, and where they're located.
Hmm.
So this will tell you specifically campus and system, university listed workforce. Okay. Value propositions. So this is very cool. So what we've done is we've taken what we know about Idaho State University and we've paired it with what we know about our own hotel. So
Hmm.
using our own amenities and our own offerings and the type of hotel and the location, and we've created unique value propositions as it pertains to this account.
Okay.
What we think
Interesting.
this account would want.
What they
Some of
would
these are
value. Yeah.
some of these will be canned because this isn't a real hotel, so it's
Sure.
taking
Yeah.
really basic things like
Yeah, but
high-speed
it's
internet. Okay,
it's a
that's
good
good.
indicator. Yeah.
Yeah,
Indicator.
but
Yeah.
many of these will be hyper specific to what we think they need.
Hmm.
And then some other notes on seasonality and estimated travel and signals and all that sort of thing. Okay.
Very good.
And this is where it gets really, really cool, Trevor. So we paired this with an enterprise subscription to ZoomInfo with an API that we have directly with them that we pay for. And now you'll see this button here, ZoomInfo.
Hmm.
We can click on it. We can search the entire ZoomInfo data set, which is the B2B standard
Yep.
essentially for contacts. And we pre-fill some job titles here, somebody you might want to talk to at Idaho State University, or you can override this, use different filters to find somebody. Let's just do HR. We're gonna hit search contacts here.
So this
And
is
then what we've
starting that
done,
prospecting piece thing. You're thinking, right, who are the people I'm going to want to reach
exactly.
out to? Okay.
We've now moved directly into the second step,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah. You've done the
prospecting.
discovery bit, now into the
Mhm.
prospecting. Right.
From here, if you find somebody like, let's say Angie Dangerfield, that matches the criteria of somebody you want to talk to
Hmm.
about staying at your hotel,
Hmm.
hit that pull contact information. A credit is exhausted, a monthly credit. And now I have Angie's email address, work phone, mobile phone, LinkedIn profile right here. Again, Trevor, the difficulty of collecting that information,
Oh, yeah.
Trevor, you could get a ZoomInfo subscription yourself and have it over here. Very expensive. It is a very expensive, and it's just not the way that hotels use ZoomInfo. You pay for massive credit amounts that
Right.
you're never going to use because we don't send massive emails. We're looking for a targeted,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
specific
Very specific.
contact.
Yeah.
Yep. And so in this way, just getting that is totally gold. I mean, I've literally clicked twice,
Yeah.
typed in HR, and now I have actual contact, somebody at the company I can reach out to. Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay.
We said, well, that's really cool too, but maybe we can do even more than that. So again, fully functioning agentic AI here.
Yeah.
Let's just say, hey, I don't even want to type an email. Why don't you draft an email for me? Okay, so now it's going to take, and we're going to craft a cold outreach email to Angie Dangerfield based on her title, the company she works for, in this case, the ISU, the institution, and then who I am, my hotel, those value propositions, pairing those together to create a cold outreach email that I could copy and paste into an email and send it to her. If I don't like this, you go back to the drawing board, say, hey, this is too stuffy. Too many F's there. Stuffy, make it shorter and more personable. And so then we're just the AI agent's going to go like you would with any other AI agent.
Oh,
Readjust that, make it more short and personable,
huh.
etc.
That's pretty
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
We've got prep notes. So if you'd rather just go into that, get a short brief on who Angie is, what her likely priorities, and then read through that and make the phone call yourself.
Hmm.
Cool, great. If you want an actual cold call script, it'll generate a cold call script for you. But important to stress, the sky is the limit here. Like if you have a different approach, if you want to look at something else, just ask the AI agent for it. Okay.
That's pretty smart, isn't it?
So now we got 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
to just
So
give
you
a
got
little
your
teaser here.
prospecting. Yeah. So you got your discovery, you got your prospecting, you've now got your rates as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've got elements here below in sales management, elements of a CRM and some smart workflows. But we are building an entire CRM for this. So
Okay.
all of this will be self-contained, which will kind of be the last piece of the puzzle. All 4 steps there will be in one place. It's really truly end to end. So
Very smart. Very smart. That's a
all right.
neat piece of kit.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we like it. Our hotels really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anything else you want to show us in there, or should we get you out into the mainstream? Because I know this was like a quick,
Mhm.
anyone can reach out to you. You could go through it a bit more with them. This was just like a quick insights.
Yeah, quick insight here. The best way to get a hold of us, yeah, just email us. You'll put our email or contact there. You can go to fencerate.com and submit a form there that will reach back out to you, give you a demo, get you signed up. The pricing of this is going to be very good. I won't mention it on the call because it can always change and we're at an early stage too. So, but reach out to us for the latest pricing on it. I promise you, if you have a ZoomInfo subscription and you have some other tools in the industry, you will be saving a lot of money by virtue of using this every month.
Really? Seriously?
Seriously, it's a huge cost savings. We will be, by the time the CRMs comes out, we'll be eliminating about $2,000 worth of subscriptions with one application.
Wow. Okay.
$2,000 per month of
Per month.
subscriptions
Right.
for a hotel with one application. That won't cost nearly that much. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll save you money. We'll improve your workflow significantly using the best tech out there. Some of the things that that no one else can do with the Quick Shop, that's very proprietary to us. Yeah, and then once we have it all CRM, it's just going to be so simple. We obviously have the ability to track activity and provide roll-up reports to regionals and stakeholders to make sure the tool is being utilized to its fullest, which is always a request we have. But currently, also worth mentioning, this is a US and Canada thing at the moment. So if you're out in the UK, sorry guys, we'll get there eventually, but not today.
Another time.
Another time. Yeah.
Very good. Let's pull you out of sharing screens. That is
Thank
pretty cool. But I mean, you've been working on that. This isn't just a quick idea that AI's turned up and we'll cobble something together. I mean, we've spoken about this for a little bit of time.
I wish. This has been a 4-year project. This has been a 4-year project. The idea here is that it's a simple concept. These are simple concepts that are very difficult to execute. Okay, the Quick Shop portion alone took 2 years to get even functioning properly. To be able to shop all the hotels asynchronously and do that at scale is very, very difficult. There's a lot of considerations. Even if you could do it, you wouldn't want to. I would not recommend trying to build that portion of it. It's been such a thorn in my side.
Bit first.
We did. We really, really did. And then the AI portion of it, yeah, I mean, that portion was simpler to build because the technology has just grown so fast.
Yeah.
But even that is not simple to get right, especially because of how fast AI is changing.
Yes.
Even going from, for the creation of those emails, for instance, using a GPT-4 within OpenAI to generate that content, when they moved to 5, the entire structure was completely different of how the APIs work.
Right.
And so we could not get it to stop hallucinating for a long time. We had to delay the rollout of that better version because it just wouldn't behave. And so every time there's a new version, there's a period of it just isn't working right. It just doesn't want to do what you tell it to do. And to standardize. So
yeah. Quick question. So it's you won't go into the numbers and understand why, because obviously that's open to discussion and how big the contract could be and those kind of things. But it's a monthly. Is it the classic SaaS kind of solution? Yeah.
It's a annual subscription. It could be, typically because of the price point that we're at, They just pay for the full year, and it's
Fantastic. And how
piece of
quickly,
cake.
if someone comes in, they
Good
have a
question.
demo with you, they go, yep, you send the proposal, they go, wow, really? Okay, yeah, we're on board. How how quickly
Yeah.
from them sending you the email back saying yes to them being able to get up and running and using it?
Uh, 10 to 15 minutes.
That's simple, really.
10 to 15 minutes. We've spent a lot on the onboarding side of this.
Yeah,
We've automated that for our team so that it does not require much lift. I can tell you that if somebody wants to set up a demo and they give me one of their hotels and an account, I can do a live demo with their hotel and their comp set. I have set up and shown people live on the demo. They say, "What about this hotel?"
that's
I will
awesome.
spin it up and have it going within a couple minutes. Yeah. And there's critical parts to why we're able to get them spun up quickly. We do not need to connect to any other system.
Right.
Okay, that is a huge component.
Yep.
That means that your current providers don't need to grant us access. They don't need to charge you an onboarding fee. We don't need to charge you an onboarding fee because we can do it so quickly. We've again intentionally designed this to avoid requiring any sort of connectivity with other applications. And then the other part of it too is our onboarding process is highly automated as well. So
Hmm.
we've put the time and development into making it so that it's very, very functional. We use a lot of AI to identify competitors. So we can even say, hey, here are what we believe are your most likely competitors based on who your hotel is, location, type of hotel, etc. Um, is it accurate? The most common response we get is, yep, that's my exact comp set. In some cases, they're like, yes, but we want to add this, and I don't really care for that hotel, so we'll pull that one off. 2 seconds to do that. But it's slick, man.
I
It's
was going to
slick.
say, as a respected and successful revenue management consultancy, you should be able to work out a hotel's concept
We
pretty
do know
quickly.
how to, and that's the thing. We do sniff test it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, thank you for that. And yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. There have been a few situations where he said, "Here's the comp set," and they're like, "I don't think I'm like that is a competitor of yours."
Yeah, you may not think it is, but they are.
I'm telling you right now, that is a competing hotel. So you might as well leave it on your comp set. Shop them and see if you can get some of their accounts. So
Great, great of you to show it to us. Thanks so much.
thank you, Trevor. Appreciate you getting the word out. I think if we get this in front of people and they take the 30 minutes to watch this, I'll be getting a lot of phone calls, which would be
let's
awesome. We built it to be used. So let's use it.
let's hope so. You take care.